Welcome back. Max and Thunder here with you for the Collegiate Championship Series. We've got the losers bracket finals. Winner of this heads to the grand finals to play against St. Clair Gold, the inarguably the best Collegiate Rocket League team in Canada right now, I would say, given how they've been playing in the CRL. This is that school's B team, who have also been incredibly good in this tournament up against the Ryerson RAMS. We are underway in game one. Thunder, now we get a matchup where we know both teams finally. We've seen them all. We've seen everybody who's left play today. I'm doing it. Prediction time.
You're going to do it, huh? Even after I think I closed our comments when the last game was saying, I don't know how this one's going to go. You're going to make me do a prediction anyway. Well, Ryerson. I think it's going to be Ryerson that'll score the first goal in the series. There you go. That's my prediction.
Nailed it. And hey, I don't think there's any correlation between who scores. Is there correlation between first goal and wins? Probably not super heavily.
Series wins? No. I doubt it. Game wins maybe, but not series.
20 seconds in, though. Ryerson, off the kickoff, has been completely lethal in every game we've seen them play. They're scoring early goals at nearly every single one. I think every single one we've seen on stream.
Yeah.
For this squad. It was Julian that time. It's been Willie Mandon pretty much every time before this. Just coming in off that kickoff. That's a shot from Ramen, but it doesn't quite get deep enough. Low boost challenge. Bang won't get there. We are fully into midfield Rocket League play here. We're out of the kickoff meta finally. Bang looking for an infield to Willie. Willie's shot snuffed out before it happened by Spoods. Nearly with the dunk there. Those corner reads could become more and more important as we see these teams get closer and closer in terms of level. Those reads become more important as Nitrix has to pop the ball, get any touch there to stop the shot coming out.
Pretty big sense of urgency on the field right now, I will say. Like the speed and the aggressiveness with which players are diving in on challenges is surprising to me for such an early stage in a series.
They know you're right. Neither of these teams wants to mess about. And once you get to this part of the tournament, you know the other team you're playing is going to be very, very good. There's no like, let's see if they can hit aerials phase of the game, as Ramen finally is able to find that scoring touch again. Seemed to completely elude him in the last series. This looked like a 50, but I'm pretty sure it was just a straight shot. Did not turn blue at any point in that trail.
Well, and that whole play came out of the fact that Bang was tracking the play as it headed towards the bottom curve of the back wall and hesitated. The difficulty of the read made them hesitate just long enough that they couldn't circle back to make the save afterwards. It was such a small little difference, but they got baited in by thinking the ball might have rolled up the back wall and gone high instead, and it affected their turn in a way where they couldn't recover and make the save afterwards. And those are the kinds of differences that separate and start to separate teams at this level. Julian with a fantastic save here as Ryerson being tested on defense in a way that they did not face from UBC in the previous series.
Archangel alert for Spoods, who's in the Dominus for the first time this tournament. Nitrix looking for a demo across the net, can't find it. Spoods will get a challenge there, but it comes down into a dangerous spot. Nitrix first to it. The backboard play. Nitrix wants a touch. He opts out of it. Wisely probably opted out of it.
Yeah.
Still more control for Saints. Spoods' shot is in, tucked inside the near post. Most of the work here done on this center by Nitrix, though. Gets it off the wall, nearly parallel to where he was. Nearly at a 90-degree angle. That is the ideal infield pass off the wall. Saints connect. Again, it's 2-1. Plenty of Rocket League left to go in this one.
And we kind of just got to see an exhibit on how the game of Rocket League evolved away from corner ball. Essentially, of that spin cycle of just running the ball around the corner to get it to go in front of the net and hoping you can get a goal out of that. And the moment that stopped working, when defenses started to rotate all players in and out, suddenly it was, I guess we have to learn how to do infield passing now. And so it stopped being corner ball and started being that textbook play you just saw, where you have to be able to hit the ball laterally off the wall to get it out of that corner cycle and into the hands of a waiting shooter on your team. So bread and butter stuff here from St. Clair Green has got them on top in this game so far, and surprisingly, it doesn't feel like it's been that much game, but we've only got a minute left to play in this one with that narrow lead.
Yeah, this has been a fast-paced one from the get-go. Which does portend well for Rams, just in terms of getting more scoring opportunities. What a touch by Spood. A little bit low speed though, as Willie had a chance to respond to it and react. You get this one on net, he can. That's an open net. What a finish! That was a much tougher shot than an open net goal would indicate, but you just had to get it on net. Perfectly done by Spood.
Yeah, that's really nicely done. And that was, like you said, an open net when all is said and done. But it might not have stayed open unless the finish had been as quality as it was. And Spoods, of all the players on the field right now, is looking like the top of the class, and they're really playing with a lot of confidence. And they look like they want to lead their team to overturn the white-hot Rams here.
Was he self-nerfing through this whole tournament by not using the Dominus? We'll find out as the series keeps going. Julian wants to control, but that's heavy. That's a heavy first touch. Now we're playing corner ball, which has not worked for really either of these teams. Just looking to waste time, though, is this Saints team. Woods has a scoring opportunity. The defensive fake working there. Working for Ryerson. Not what you really want, is that'll touch at 0 seconds. Game 1 goes to the St. Clair Saints, the green team. A team that we still have not seen drop a game to anybody but the St. Clair Gold. And they did not come close to beating St. Clair Gold.
No, they didn't. And that's where that final rung in the ladder, that really half quality, not all that great metaphor that I was making came through, is the gap between all of these teams and St. Clair Gold. Whether it's Ryerson or St. Clair Green that gets through here, it's going to become apparent yet again. But for now, we're focusing on, I think, what is a pretty closely contested series between these two. But right now, especially being led by Spoods, St. Clair looks to be the better of the two teams in this series.
Whoever wins this series is going to have to take 4 of 6 games off St. Clair Gold, a team who put up 17 goals in the winners' finals.
Yeah,
tough ask.
Not a very tough ask, not a fun task to have for any team. And I will say this bracket has not shaken out the way that we expected at so many different turns. It's just unexpected wins, teams winning and losing series that we would not have called that way. And I don't think you can really ask for anything more from a bracket than that. The last thing you wanted is it to be easy to call and have every win be predictable. So the bracket has certainly delivered on that. But the longer the day has gone on, the more that we've known that there is only one sure thing in this bracket today, and that it's that St. Clair Gold feel like winning.
Indeed. That's the one thing that you did say that we got right before the tournament started, was that St. Clair Gold was going to be a team to keep an eye on. And we were underestimating the level of play they've had recently. We were wrong. We thought they were very good, but they were better.
Yeah.
Good challenge there by Nitrix. The Spoods can't find the shot, but the challenge there on every single ball here for St. Clair Green. Nothing easy. Not a single easy touch in this one so far. A minute in for Rams. Yeah, and Willie's elects not to go up for that ball. He had plenty of boost. That looked like a 0 boost play, but he had 60 when I switched to him. Julian's got 0. Tell you that much. Willie looking for a double. Willie can't find it because Spoods wins the race. And he's just forced to try to keep it in and make something happen in the corner, which, as we've talked about, is not a recipe for winning.
No.
And oh no, that was a great pass. Julian, the self-dunk. Dunks all over his teammate, Willie Mandam there.
Closer, though. This game staying pretty tight here as Ryerson have had a couple of good looks in the offensive zone for themselves. That's a good challenge out of the corner. Nitrix, long bomb cleared down all the way to the back wall. Bang has to Find a little bit of a pinch. Spoods is going to keep the pressure on though. Billy Mandem sends only as far as Ramen at the midfield line. There's a half chance here. That's very awkward. Bang's going to have to make a scramble play on defense. And Ryerson, this game obviously better for them, only for a moment though. As Ramen, you could sense it coming. The death timer felt like it was ticking away there as the boost ran out and the positioning got more and more awkward for Ryerson.
They controlled the pace of play there for about 45 seconds. But the goal wasn't easy. They actually had to do work there. They had to hold that ball for a long time. That wasn't the case with some of those goals in game 1. It's a closer 1-0 than it was last game. Ball up the corner, Spoods beat to it by Julian. And that, oh, what a save by Bang! Can Spoods find it again? No. That infield pass looked too good to do anything with, but Bang was just there. Right place, right time. Bang now controls out of his zone. Lost it immediately to Spoods, but Willie's there. And he's got the second. Can he get the third touch? No. Control here from Ryerson, though. Basically for the first time all game. Willie wins a challenge. Julian's got Bang on this far wall. Who has a touch. It's a tough read, but Spoods makes a good enough touch. Close to the body, at least.
And Ryerson are looking to connect on those passes we saw them do so well against UBC. And if those lanes start opening up, this series could change in a heartbeat. That was a look at a pass, and Willie Mandem's teammate got just enough of the ball to steer that towards the net. And the finisher's going to tie things up. This far closer a game than game number 1 was, and Ryerson are really in this thing.
Just putting the pressure on with that infield pass. Doesn't even need to connect really. Just you pull a defender or two out of position, you win the challenge, and the next touch could be the goal. Willie makes an essential touch there, out of defense. Julian's got plenty of boost to work with. Going a little bit far left. He's got a lot of work left to do and no boost left now. Low boost can't follow his own touch, so Willie's there, but it's cleared away. This Saints green team very solid on the defensive backboard, and so far all that they really needed is pressure from Spoods to create scoring opportunities like that. A lovely pass from Ramen to Nitrix. How quick this ball Ramen is. Bangs it off the ceiling. High level stuff. Doesn't even try the infield pass. The ceiling pass.
No kidding. The shot placement was right, just what the doctor ordered. It was in the perfect spot there, away from any player who wanted to dive in on that one. And that's a great go-ahead goal here for a team already up 1-0 in this best-of-5 series. This could be... Oh my! Nitrix is going to get the dunk on that one. Perhaps fortune favoring the Bold a little bit on that play with Nitrix diving in, and we'll see in the slow-mo replay. That's an interesting interaction on the ball. I'll say that much. Bang didn't seem to get any of it somehow, but the ball just got trapped between a rock and a post place and went in the net.
Julian needed that touch off the backboard, and he had plenty of boost to do it. A little bit of a misplay. St. Clair's punishing misplays very well in this tournament. Needs a challenge. Small ball. They're just forcing these balls into the corner and drawing out 2 defenders at a time. Winning the resource battle. And it's leading to shooting opportunities like that. Feeling is Ramen. He couldn't find the second one. Nitrix has a shot. Not quite. Not a very threatening shot. Bang is just going to give up possession, looking for an air dribble. Free flip catch, maybe a little bit more complex than it needed to be. And it's forcing Foods to retreat hard, though. It's all but over with under 10 seconds left and a 2-goal lead. Ball control not really established for anybody here, and that'll do it. Under 2-0, St. Clair Saints. The green squad still has not lost a game except for their cross-campus rivals. Their scrim partners, we're just assuming. It's 2-0, match point.
Yeah, match point. Comfortably so. They look like they just want to keep on rolling with this one and get a rematch against a team they already more than maybe anybody else in Rocket League, they know is going to be an insanely hard matchup, but they want it again. And they're not going to let the Rams get in the way of that. So this best of 5 is 2/3 of the way to being done if it's going to be a sweep. And Ryerson, it was a promising start to that game, but it fell into the same pattern I think that formed in game number 1.
I said it earlier in this tournament, Thunder. It's never great when you have incredible save numbers. 7 saves on the side of Ryerson there. Only 5 shots. They had more saves than shots, which is never a good sign. That ball was firmly controlled by Saints for I can think of one or two runs of play where Ryerson had serious offensive zone control. They're just getting outplayed in the midfield. That's usually, I couldn't point to a play to prove that, but that's often the case when one team just has the ball in their offensive third for that long. It means they're controlling those mid boosts and they're winning those touches at midfield. So the clears really never become clears. They just become turnovers again.
And the clears, it's so hard to have the quality of clear that you need if you're not really in it with the boost game as well. And I don't think, it doesn't look to me at first glance like St. Clair are playing this extraordinary boost control game. It's that they're managing the ball in such a way that Ryerson never really have a chance to take a breath and grab boost because they're too busy having to be on the ball all the time. There's a solid flick. Forces 2 players out from the defense of St. Clair. Big shot opportunity here off a great infield pass, and Ryerson's passing. There's a pulse on the team plays here after it looked pretty dead for a while.
They are so good in like the 30 seconds after kickoff.
Yeah, it's true. Again, and especially to start a game.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. They just, this is probably a sign of really having your kickoff rolls locked in. What are we doing with each particular setup? They clearly have a plan. And it goes beyond that initial, what happens after the kickoff 50-50. It extends for a while. Because it's been too consistent to be just, they're randomly scoring these goals in the first 20 seconds of games. It happened in the first game of this series. They got up 1-0 off a kickoff goal 20 seconds in. It happened in every game against UBC. It happened here. All but one game they've done it. Dude, that's too much. That's too much to be random.
Well, whatever strategy they've got going on for kickoff, I might have to save some replays here and try and download some of this for play elsewhere, because it is really working. Oh, that double tap not quite working for Raman as the play is still bouncing off of that back wall. Great bump coming out of the back of the net, but this might be an overextend here. Raman is able to race back. Shot near target off the post. Spoods collects. Could be all the way down the other way of the field, and the pace of play just went from 0 to 100 in a hurry here, as a couple of chances for each team has sent the ball careening off of posts, off of crossbars. No goal there, though, and it is still Ryerson in front here off of that early effort. But I just the way that St. Clair has been playing, I don't trust that to last.
No, there's not been a safe 1-goal lead against either of the Saints teams in this tournament. And this is the team we've seen give up most of them. They've managed to make them disappear pretty quickly in every case. Bang, got a second reset there. Interesting touch.
Worth saying, there hasn't been a lead against the other St. Clair team.
That's true. That's a good point.
Let alone a safe 1-goal lead. There just hasn't been a lead.
Julian's low boost. Can't follow that touch. Just too heavy. This is what I mean. These are clearing touches that are not heavy enough and not light enough to be a controlling touch. Another challenge there. Nothing easy, even in the defensive third for RAMS Esports. They do manage to work it around and into their offensive end. Julian, infield pass. Willie couldn't find the shooting angle. Gets back to the ball adequately enough, though. Bang, looking for the double. No. And that's it. That's the end of the resources that this RAMS team had. Julian forced to go up with like 20 boost. And bang, can he get back to it? He does. What a save, but Spoon stays with the play. And it's a tie game. 2:04 left.
Oh, well, at least we get to see the save. Had it not been a goal, we wouldn't have gotten a second look at that save. But that pre-flip from Bang on whatever boost they had left, a valiant effort. A shame that it didn't end up working out for the Rams here. But if you're a St. Clair fan, it's a step in the right direction towards the sweep that I know they want to secure, although that's a pretty solid pass towards the backboard. But Ryerson maybe a little bit hesitant. to send the house on these offensive plays, and it shows in the lack of a finisher on that particular play. On the midfield line now, Willie's going to collect towards that side wall. Decent challenge from Nitrix, but they sent past the ball here. A demo as well, going to upset the rhythm. And back to this line we go. Are we going to see an overtime that could end up ending the series here? I feel like St. Clair, that's not really a position they want to be on, where the series could be extended just because of a single goal. I think they really are going to push hard in the final minute to end this in regulation.
If they've noticed the pattern here, they're not going to want to give any free kickoffs to this Rams team, and they put it up 2-1 here. Right as we're talking about it, Spoods, look at the ceiling double. Bang not respecting that second touch, but he probably should have. Lovely pass from Spoods.
Surprising to me, actually, that Bang didn't respect that. Just given the level of play and in general where these players are at, it must have. It's a perspective thing. It so often is, and it's why all your ranked teammates seem so toxic when they're calling out every single mistake that you make. Is that they can't see how hard the play was to make from your perspective, or what was asked of you. And I guess in that situation, we didn't see what look Bang had at the ball, but evidently it wasn't a very good one, I suppose, and they just got baited into a mistake on that one. Not a very good. Not good timing on that mistake, though, as St. Clair have grabbed themselves a lead inside the final minute. And I said they wanted to seal it in regulation. Right now, they look to do that here as Ryerson look not... they look uncomfortable even getting out of their zone at the moment. St. Clair have got the vice grip down on them.
Spoods gets a challenge. Oh, unfortunate touch, but Julian is there. Gotta go, though. Again, there's no time to dribble up the field. 10 seconds, Julian faking, looking for a flick, could not find the actual flick touch. Just got the pop. This ball's center. Willie's there. The shot is not. Can they keep it up? No. And the St. Clair Saints green team makes it through losers after just one series in that part of the tournament. But they'll end up in the finals only having lost a game to the team they'll have to play in the finals. Their cross-campus rivals. That's St. Clair Gold.